YouTube. It's Aquarius Leviathan Prophecy, and you know what, man? This NBA Finals has not disappointed. Now I know a lot of people wanted certain teams or Pacific teams to, to make it. Uh, Obviously, if you're Lakers fans, Nets fans, Suns fans, Golden State Warriors fans, of course, Bucks fans, you know. Even Philly fans, we all wanted, well, y'all wanted, y'all teams in the finals. And this is where reality meets expectations. But so far, the NBA final, what the NBA does a very good job of is that they never disappoint. Like, yeah, a lot of people may not tune in to the regular season because there's too many games. You've seen the NFL go from what 17 now to 18 game. Well, before it was 16, and then they bumped it up to 17, and then now it's 18. So this whole notion that the NBA want to reduce the games to 72 instead of 82, like I just say, like, if their body can take it, I mean, obviously you're still gonna get injuries. You know, it don't matter if you reduce the game by 10, or if you reduce the game by 20, you know, there's still gonna be injuries. You and that's the part of sports. Injuries. If you don't get injured, then you must be doing something right. You know what I'm saying? You look at, players like Troy Polamalu, Eli Manning, they never got hurt. I mean, yeah, well, Eli Manning was supposed to miss a few games, but he recovered so fast that, the doctors was shocked. He was playing the next day. But, but yeah, so the NBA finals haven't really disappointed. They never disappoint, to be honest with you. But I just feel like this. It's like a lot of people are not giving the Celtics credit because they're Celtics. You know, um, and I said this before. The reason why the Golden State Warriors won that game was because of the plus and minus difference ratio. I mean, Curry's 43 points. I mean, a lot of people might look at that and say, "Oh, that's the reason why they won the game." But in hindsight, yeah, I have to look at the plus and minus as well. It's just because you could go out there and score 55 points and still lose. Like, I know great players that go out there and score massive points and then they still lose. Like, I remember a game where Anthony Davis scored a career high 45 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists, and then they wind up losing in overtime. You know what I'm saying? So points don't necessarily tell the whole story. You ever look at rebounds, blocks, plus and minus. Plus and minus is a big one, because that's where, you know, I think that's where, wins and losses come from, you know. If you negative 15 in the plus and minus versus plus 10, then, you're doing something right, you know. Um, but I don't think the series is over. I really don't. Now it's shifting back to Golden State, um, which I don't think the Boston Celtics are afraid. of going back there because obviously they did win game one. But it's a different tone now because it's all tied up and all the momentum has shifted, you know. And if the Boston Celtics wants to force a game seven, then they're gonna have to win one game again in Oracle Arena. I don't know if they still call it Oracle Arena, but they still have to win at least one game because if the Golden State Warriors win two games at home, this series is over in six. So they'll go the Celtics have to win at least one game again in Golden State. So if the Celtics wind up winning Monday, then I think Thursday Golden State Warriors is gonna win theirs, and then after that, it's gonna be a game seven, and it's gonna be back in Boston. So that's the way I see it. I said from the beginning I chose Boston. Well, actually, my first pick was the Bucks because I thought the Bucks was gonna repeat. So they didn't. So obviously, someone has to win a championship. I'm pretty sure half of y'all had the Milwaukee Bucks repeating. But when Chris Middleton went out, it was like Giannis tried to put his team on his back. Obviously, he couldn't. Boston's defense, number one defense, was just too suffocating for him. And it is what it is. But I just think that this series is far from over, and I believe the Boston Celtics can win another game at Oracle or whatever it's called. So yeah, so there you have it. Like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, take care of yourself and each other.